Yo, my people, them CFC Realist Blue back with another video, and it's the Chelsea news update. And we got some news to talk about in regards to Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, as well as Mauricio Pochettino. But before we get into it, I'd like to say Eid Mubarak to all my fellow Muslims all over the world. Thank you to any one of you guys who are supporting the channel, whether you subscribe, whether you've liked, commented. Any support is greatly appreciated, not just to my Muslims out there, but to every single person along this channel that supported me, whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, or any of my socials. It means a lot to me, and I love to bring you guys content. So if you do enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And I hope you guys enjoy your day. But now let's get into the news. Might as well start off with Conor Gallagher. And the news came out today that Chelsea have not had any official talks with Conor Gallagher over a new contract. And this is what was stated is there are still no official talks to extend Conor Gallagher's contract, despite the fact that he will only have 12 months left in the summer. The player wants to stay at Chelsea. That was reported by Bobby Vincent, as you can see. And fam, I be real to you. I be so honest. Conor Gallagher is a player that I'm not gonna say that yes, I definitely want to sell him because he could be a very good squad player, but I'm not going to be someone who's gonna be sitting here and saying that he needs to be a starter. That is a no-go. If we had our midfield, the likes of Carney Shaqiri Maka, Christopher Nkunku, Romeo Lavia, personally, he wouldn't be starting at all. He wouldn't be. Even down to the fact that when it comes to captaincy, he's captaincy and he gets into the team right now based on technicalities, and that's due to injuries on both fronts. That's just what it's down to. And if we're going to be honest, that is the facts. It doesn't change the fact that he has been a good player for us this season, one of our top 5 players. But if we're going to be honest with ourselves, if you're going to be honest with yourself, the grand scheme of things, he doesn't get into our starting 11 if we have all of our team available. So that's why for me, I'm not going to be upset if he doesn't get if he goes. Whether he stays or goes, I just want him to get sold for some good money. And if we can get 40 to 50 million for him, I said this in previous videos, it makes sense to sell him because that kind of money for Conor Gallagher, 40 to 50 mil. We paid 42 million for Cole Palmer from Manchester City. Look how good he is and look how he's carrying this team. We can sell Gallagher for that kind of money, similar money in around it or even more, then we are laughing in my opinion because Conor Gallagher isn't someone that's going to be spearheading a team to go for a title or a Champions League football or being the best player on one of these teams. It's not going to be the case. Whereas Cole Palmer I can actually see him being one of the top players in his position at a top team, whether it's competing for Champions League, Premier League, or getting top 4. I know it's blasphemous to say at this point, but that's just how much faith I have in him. So that's just where it is for me. Conor Gallagher, he's just a very good squad player. And for me, that's just the most he would be. A Jordan Henderson kind of player, someone who's very good at things, can bring the leadership, know what it means to be at Chelsea. These are the things that he can bring to the table. But 12 months left, we don't know what's going to happen. But we're going to find out soon enough whether it's in the summer window or it's January or he might leave for free. We don't know at this point. I don't know for sure. So hopefully we can get to resolve this sooner rather than later, especially with the fact that we might need to sell players for the FFP in June 30th. So he might be one of those guys. Homegrown talent, pure profit, fits the bill for the board as well. So that's just what they're looking for right now. And it is what it is. I'm not going to be upset if he goes. If you guys are upset or if you don't like it, please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. But now I'm going to be moving on to the next topic. And this is in regards to Mauricio Pochettino. And this is what came out today. And I actually can't believe this, man. It's a joke. So as you can see, sources have said Mauricio Pochettino is safe. Despite the draw at Bramall Lane, It's understood that the owners believe in the potential of the team and they are confident they will qualify for Europe, even if it's the Conference League. Drawing to bottom of the table Sheffield United is acceptable. Drawing to 10 men Burnley, acceptable. Getting Europa League football, that's acceptable. Is this really Chelsea Football Club? Because damn man, we have fallen off hard. Look at all of these things are getting allowed. Look at all of these things that are getting allowed. Mauricio Pochettino is safe. We are stressed, fam. We are stressed. I don't even wish bad for the team to do bad, to lose games. I would never wish that. But I do wish that this guy is not the manager of Chelsea anymore. And this board, they're making us a laughing stock because right now, getting European football, i.e. Conference League, that's acceptable now. That's the levels we've reached. It's jarring. Bearing in mind, we are playing one game a week as well, you know. We are playing one game a week. And our aim is to get 8th. The board have the vision, as they have said, to get us back to Champions League contenders, Premier League contenders. And right now we're accepting finishing 8th that could potentially get Conference League football. In the grand scheme of things, one game a week, and we are trying to get 8th. We are stressed, fam. We are stressed. Actually, this is absolute joke, fam. One game a week with the squad of players. Mauricio Pochettino is an absolute joke, man. This board, this club right now is an absolute joke. And when we get bantered, we absolutely deserve it because, like, injuries aside, I can be sympathetic with the injuries and that, but we shouldn't be 9th. We shouldn't. For the 32 game weeks that have gone past in the Premier League, we've only finished 9th twice. The highest we finished over a game week twice, 9th. Chelsea Football Club. That is an absolute joke. And Mauricio Pochettino, for me, is an absolute joke. I cannot wait for the day he's not the manager of Chelsea anymore because he doesn't deserve it. You got guys like Enzo Fernandez and Moise Caicedo looking like bums on the pitch. When we know full well, if we put them into another team, they won't be looking like that. They won't be looking like that. You are a guy who has even destroyed this defense. Last season, when we had Graham Potter, bearing in mind we are not even playing one game a week, we're playing Champions League football and all of these kind of things as well. We conceded 29 goals. We conceded 52 goals in 30 games. And we conceded 29 last season. Fair enough, we didn't score a lot. I have never stated to say that we are bad necessarily that attacking wise, but we have very good individuals now. But as a team defensively, that was our core. A couple of years ago, we're the best defensive side in the world. And now look at us, conceding this amount of goals in this amount of games. Are you a joke? We must be a joke. That's why we have Pochettino. That's why everything's getting allowed. This is blasphemous stuff. And this board, they are making us a joke, like I've said, fam. To allow this man still to be here, to allow him to be here, it's looking at him just jars me. I don't even listen to press conferences like that anymore, just because I don't even respect this guy no more. I don't. I can't respect him because he insults our intelligence so many different times. So many different times, man. And now the board are doing it as well because they are allowing it. That's why they've been doing it. They're allowing it. These men better fix up and do right things because if not, this fan base is just going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Bare negativity will be happening. And if they don't get it right this summer, could be long. Could be long. So I just hope that Pochettino eventually gets sacked as soon as possible because he He is not ready for this job. He's not ready to be a Chelsea manager. He is not the man, not at all. And I'm actually so jarred that I ever had the opportunity to feel like that he could be the man. Forget it now. You're done now. I'd rather have Graham Potter. I would much rather have Graham Potter. Because if he had one game a week, yeah, if he had one game a week, I don't think we're ninth. I think we are in and around six and higher. That's my thinking. That's my thinking. Because he had to deal with a bloated squad, 40 odd players, guys that are changing around the corner and all of these kind of things. Champions League football, not having enough time to train the players, not to mention the congested fixture schedule due to the World Cup last year. Don't forget that, where games are getting crammed in. We don't get to play one game a week. If he had the amount of time that that um that Pochettino had, we would have an identity, the way that we play, but but the board stacked Graham Potter. I never once said Graham Potter out. I never said Graham Potter out. I could understand him getting sacked, but I never said him out. Pochettino, hand on heart, I want him gone because he's not good enough. You are not going to get anything easier than trying to get European football playing one game a week. Never going to be anything easier. And if he can't even, and if we are lowering our standards to just to get Conference League, then he's a done out manager and needs to get gone as soon as possible. Pochettino out. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on Mauricio Pochettino. But now I'm going to be going over Enzo Fernandez. And there was basically these quotes that came out from his interview, which the title of it says is that Chelsea haven't seen the real me yet. And I'm going to go on to read what he says. So I quote, I'm trying to get there to the version of me that you saw at the World Cup. I want to feel like that Enzo that was playing at the World Cup. I want to get back there. I feel good, getting better each day, but I still don't feel like I'm at 100%. I'm still adapting and still don't feel entirely myself, but I'm trying to get there as quickly as possible and working hard every day in order to do so. It won't be easy because the World Cup has been and gone, and I'm still growing as a player and developing my skills, but I'm looking for that Enzo. I want to feel completely myself again. In my opinion, in the Premier League is the best league in the world. It is so dynamic with so many quality players. I think it's the best. I always saw the Premier League on television. The intensity, the atmosphere, it was different. Now that I'm actually experiencing it, it's incredible. The first 6 months were difficult for me. I found it hard to adapt, but now I feel so much more prepared than at the start. But I'm enjoying it so much. Maybe personally, I'm not 100% and don't feel like I've shown my potential. But beyond that, I love being at a club as big as Chelsea, enjoying the Premier League every weekend with the fans that are so passionate. I love being here. We are all united as a group, pulling in the same direction and trying to learn. We are a young group, a new team, and so it was always going to be hard to find consistency in the first season. We are all trying to do our best, every one of us. We can still win a trophy this season. We're in the semi-final of the FA Cup against Manchester City, and we believe in this group and the coaching staff and everything they bring to every training session and every game. That was what Enzo Fernandez had to say. And I'll be real, I like how he says that we haven't seen the best version of him. I like that. But I'm also kind of critical due to the fact that we play one game a week. These are the things that make me bring up Mauricio Pochettino because Enzo even states that he's happy with the staff, he's happy with the team. Everyone is together. Even Noni Madueke saying we trust each other and these kind of things. These are what guys have said. And I don't believe that Pochettino has lost this squad. I don't believe so. Even though at one point I thought I did. But now I know that they don't because they could have played so much worse over these last couple of weeks. We haven't lost at Stamford Bridge or lost a game since the Carabao Cup final, which is good. But when you deep the draws to Brentford, Burnley, and Sheffield United, like it's conflicting stuff. They remain to stay together. They remain to look forward to our next season because Enzo said it was going to be hard in the first season. But to be this difficult, no one, no, did anyone really expect this for us to be as bad as we've been all season, especially defensively? I don't think so. Still, I don't think so. But this is the reality that we are living in, and Enzo still don't feel like he's 100%. We are playing one game a week. It's not going to get easier. Maybe these guys, because Pochettino even said maybe these guys are not meant to be playing every couple games. But if we're playing one game a week and guys can't even get to their best quality, knowing the fact that they train so much, then that's on the manager. If we had another manager, we could potentially be seeing Enzo and Caicedo play a whole lot better because they've been made to look like scrubs. Made to look like scrubs. And why? Because the tactics, the formations and that are just not working. You got guys you got Pochettino that wants to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Is Enzo Fernandez that kind of guy? Isn't Enzo Fernandez a guy that's meant to control the game, pick out balls, push forward with progressive runs? Anything progressive is meant to be Enzo. But yeah, it's not the case so much. He hasn't hit his best form. And I'll be real, I'm always going to be happy with Enzo. But I need to see him under a different manager because Pochettino, like I've been saying, the thing that bothers me the most is the one game a week. It don't make sense, bro, that we have been as bad as we have been. Ninth, like, it's just dead. So for me, I really hope that Enzo Fernandez can get to his best form, whether that's before the end of the season and going into next season. Hopefully, we can win the FA Cup and beat Manchester City in the semi-finals and beat the winners of Manchester United or Coventry. We'll have to wait and see. Nonetheless, we got Everton next Monday, so hopefully Enzo and the Mandem are ready for that game because we've had 8 days to prepare for that between the last game against Sheffield United and that game. So hopefully we can get the W in that match. But that match preview will be released on either Saturday or Sunday as well. So I hope you guys look forward to that one, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I'm CFC Realist Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.